lie, this is going to be a factor. Let's break it down, Pete. What exactly the effects of altitude are for elite athletes. I will get to these, but these are 4 things that I've picked out that you will breathe more, an increased breathing rate, which leads to an increased heart rate. You'll dehydrate quicker. Also, your sleep pattern's disrupted. Certainly in the first 2 or 3 days, when you go from an altitude that is maybe more akin to what we live at, close to the sea level, than being at in excess of 7,000 feet, where Mexico City is, where the Aztec Stadium is as well. Right? Why? When you are at altitude, there are fewer oxygen molecules in the air. So when you're breathing them in, for your body to absorb them, you have fewer red blood cells. They can't absorb them. So you're trying to breathe more. You breathe quickly to try and get more of the oxygen molecules in that you can transfer around your body. Because you're working a bit harder with your breathing and your heart rate, what's going to happen? You are going to fatigue quicker. So roughly the rule of thumb is maybe over 90 minutes or 120 minutes, your fatigue levels could increase by up to 15, maybe even 20%. I think 15% is probably closer because the England players are really fit, and it's not exactly as if they didn't know that this was happening. They can't do everything to acclimatise, they can do very little, but they will have done what they can do. And the players will psychologically be aware of what's happening. But fatigue levels are going to be higher. But it doesn't mean that Jed Spence, Mark Gay, even Harry Kane, if he gets into a sprint, that they will go any slower. Speed will not change.
Yeah.
It's just the recovery after that and the endurance. That's what really the effects of altitude are. The reason I put this one in is when you go from sort of close to sea level up to the altitude they're at, it does affect your sleep. And England are going into Mexico tomorrow, so they're going to have 2 nights sleep in Mexico City at altitude, where because of the dehydration risk, because you need to hydrate more, it also knocks on with your sleep pattern, can sometimes be for a lot of people. Not everybody, Pete, but it can affect sleep patterns. And what do we know for elite athletes, not just England footballers, but elite athletes, they need their rest and recovery. And if you don't get your proper rest and recovery when it comes to the 90 minutes that you need to be at 100% to beat Mexico, if you're at 99 or 98 or 97%, well, we know at this level it's the 1% gains which get you through. So that is a potential as well.